here to understand and to ground ourselves in the institutions that are right here in our city, in our country, in our streets that are funding this genocide. BlackRock is one of the biggest investors in the top companies that produce weapons that are used to kill our people in Gaza and across the region. Now is the time for us to sharpen our minds and our understanding about how the institutions in our city are funding this genocide, where our tax dollars are going instead of funding healthcare or housing or relief for hurricane. It's going to support and fund genocide. Today we heard from many different people, from comrades in our coalition across the movement, that all are impacted by U.S. imperialism and the horrors it has unleashed on our world. BlackRock funds genocide in Palestine, in the Congo, in Sudan, in Sri Lanka, in the Philippines, across the world. It holds debt that has people living in poverty, and it continues to do so. And we have a responsibility as people here who are fighting for humanity, fighting for the liberation of all oppressed people, to show up and point out who these war criminals are, who these genocide profiteers are, as they are here in the belly of the beast in New York City. One of our revolutionaries, Ghassan Kanafani, has famously said, imperialism has laid its body over the world. The head in Eastern Asia, the heart in the Middle East, its arteries reaching Africa and Latin America. And wherever you strike it, you serve the world revolution. This is our understanding of imperialism. It is a very concrete and real thing, and we, the people here, have the power to strike it and to serve the world revolution. And that's what we do when we go and we protest at places like BlackRock, or we launch campaigns against companies like Maersk. Maersk is a shipping company that is the biggest profiteer off of the genocide in Gaza, that delivers the bombs and the planes that are killing our people, burning our people alive, killing our babies, our newborns, our mothers and our fathers, erasing thousands of families completely off of the registry. Imperialism is here, it's real, and we can strike it, and we can serve the world revolution. We know our responsibility, and that's why we have been out in the streets every single day for the last year and for generations before, because this has been a struggle, been going on for over 100 years, and it won't stop until Palestine is free from the river to the sea. The Biden-Harris administration has spent, since October 7, over $22 billion to support the genocide in Gaza. Those billions of dollars could have been used here to end homelessness, to support people facing disasters and catastrophes that are actually produced by the ruling class here and the destruction of our planet. Instead, they do so to fund genocide. And the Biden-Harris administration is trying to distract us with the upcoming elections. They are trying to peddle lies and saying, you know, there's a worse evil. What could be more evil than funding genocide for over a year? This is not an Israeli genocide where the U.S. is complicit. This is a U.S.-Israeli genocide. If it weren't for the U.S. and the billions of dollars they send, and the diplomatic coverage they send, and the media propaganda that they do, this genocide would have not been possible. And so that should remind us of our responsibility and make us know very, very well what we have to do. We are not fighting something that is thousands of miles away. We are fighting an enemy that is here, that walks our streets, that takes these buildings, that uses our roads to deliver bombs to kill our people. And the Biden-Harris administration has said, you know, maybe in 30 days we're going to potentially consider an arms embargo if there's no aid that goes in. First of all, what kind of sick joke is it to be saying you'll send aid when you are dropping bombs on the heads of the people that you're saying you're going to send aid to? We are not waiting on the U.S. administration for an arms embargo. We want an arms embargo right now. And the people of this country and the people of the world, the working class, is already taking initiative. Today there was a major victory where a healthcare union of over 450,000 healthcare workers announced that they need and they want an arms embargo right now. We have seen many institutions and unions, students, workers calling for the same, and we know that the people are the ones in power and in control, and we can stop this genocide if we come together and unite and say no more money for genocide. We want the complete liberation of Palestine right now. Our people in Gaza have been living through a genocide for 1 year and have been living under siege for over 17 years. A siege that makes it so that the kids in Gaza that make up over 15% of the population have never left Gaza Strip, have never seen beyond, haven't even been able to see their homes and villages that are just a mere 9 kilometers away from the wall that holds them in. And it is the steadfastness of the people in Gaza that we have a duty to support. It is because of their steadfastness that the U.S.-Israeli genocide has not defeated the Palestinian resistance and the Palestinian people. It is because of the steadfastness of the Palestinian people and their resistance that the whole world still has hope in humanity and for liberation. And it is our responsibility to support this steadfastness by fundraising and donating to support our people. This is not charity donations. This is our responsibility, and it is part of the resistance of the Palestinian people to remain steadfast and sumud and support sumud so that we can keep our struggle going until liberation. And that is why the Palestinian Youth Movement and the Shut It Down for Palestine Coalition has launched an international fundraising campaign for Gaza, where we hope to raise $1 million for Gaza, which is just a drop in the bucket of what it will take to rebuild Gaza and to provide everything that our people need and have lost over the last year. There are comrades walking around right now with blue boxes for donation. There are also people with QR codes. You can go to the Shut It Down for Palestine website to find out more about this fundraiser. And there are fundraisers taking place all across the city. All the proceeds are going to Mecca, the Middle East Children's Alliance, that is crucially one of the few charities that is still operating in the north of Gaza, that has been under siege and that has been shut down since October 1st with not a single drop of food or aid entering. There is a genocide and ethnic cleansing taking place in the north, and it is our responsibility to do everything that we can to support them, to support their steadfastness. So please make sure to find someone with a donation box and provide what you can. And also share it with everyone. I'm sure everyone here knows some rich people, some rich professor, some rich co-worker whose pockets are likely filled for not good reasons, and it is our responsibility to make them put their money where it should go for our people. A few announcements before we break out for today. Every week, or almost every week, we have been coming out in the streets, organizing these mass protests, organizing actions, direct actions, sit-ins, pickets. The place where we do all the organizing, where we come together and we raise consciousness, we sharpen our contradictions, we sharpen the understandings that we have about why we are struggling and what we are struggling for. Every week, we meet on Mondays at 6:30 at the People's Forum, where we come together to organize because we know that we need to sustain ourselves for the long haul. This is a long struggle. We need to build up our community. We need to build up our consciousness. We need to build up our comrades, and we do this every Monday at the People's Forum. So if you haven't yet come, please, I invite you to come join us. Tell other people who want to get plugged into the movement, who want to support, who want to learn how to organize a protest or an action. The place to do it is on Mondays. And then on November 2nd at 2 p.m. in Union Square, we will be having a protest titled "No Votes for Genocide." November 2nd will be the weekend before the U.S. elections. The elections, and they are trying to sideline us and sideline the Palestinian struggle, and we will not let that happen because there is no such thing as a single issue voter. Genocide is the only issue. Genocide encapsulates all of our problems. The genocide of the Palestinian people is all of our issues, and none of us will be free until Palestine is free. So please show up on November 2nd at 2 p.m. at Union Square to say no votes for genocide. In November we remember.
In November we remember.
Joe's a genocide defender.
Joe's a genocide defender.
In November we remember.
In November we remember.
Harris is a genocide defender.
Harris genocide defender.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Finally, if you need to stay plugged in into all our actions, please follow NYCPYM, that's New York City Palestinian Youth Movement. Follow the People's Forum. Follow NYCPSL, New York City Party for Socialism and Liberation, and many other organizations. No Dutzal, Salam, City Workers for Palestine, Shut It Down for Palestine. And we'll see you on Mondays at 6:30 at the People's Forum, and at our next action on November 2nd, and probably one before as well. Stay tuned. Free Palestine!